it is time for mindfulness, okay? So I hope you're all doing well. Go ahead and get started by getting into your mindful body. And if you're leaning forward, maybe looking at the screen, just sit back and sit up so that when you breathe, you can get a nice big breath when you listen to the bell. You can actually do this lying down or standing or sitting, whatever you prefer right now. Just go ahead and get in your mindful body. So that means just body is still. You're sitting up straight and making room for your breath. And go ahead and find an anchor spot. So wherever you feel your breath the most, go ahead and put your hand there. And think about which anchor words you'd like to use. So do you want to do breathing in, breathing out, or do you want to count your breath? So you can do 1, 2, 3, and so on. Okay, so anchor words, anchor spot, and we will relax and just breathe and listen to the bell. All right, here we go. All right. So calmer already. Okay. Okay, so now for today's grounding exercise, I'm actually going to teach you a really simple grounding trick that can work anywhere, anytime, in any position. You can be lying down for this, and in fact, it's a really great way. My dog is coming in. Hi. It's a really great way to get sleepy if you're trying to fall asleep at night. So if you're lying down, you can practice this grounding technique. You can do it sitting or standing. Just make sure that whatever you're doing, don't have your legs crossed, okay? Have them perpendicular to each other. Okay, so for this grounding technique, all you're going to do is just notice the feeling of gravity pulling on your body. It's called gravity grounding, okay? So we have gravity pulling on our body pretty hard. It's keeping us on the earth, not letting us float off into space. But we don't really take much notice of it. It's just something that we are so used to that we don't notice. So whenever you do want to get grounded and just don't have much time or just want to do it really quickly, this is a great way of just paying attention to gravity. All right? So starting at your head, just notice your head being pulled down to the center of the earth by gravity, whether you're lying down or sitting or standing. And let that heavy feeling just go down your shoulders, down your arms. Just feel them getting really heavy. They're not getting any heavier. You're just noticing that heavy feeling that is always there. My poor plant. And then let that gravity feeling just travel down your torso, your front, your back. Let the heaviness travel down your legs. Feel them kind of getting heavier. Notice how they're pulled by earth. And then all the way to your feet. And just notice your feet get really heavy. And if you're sitting down or standing, you might notice that tingling feeling on the bottom of your feet, and that is a good sign that you are grounded. Also, if you're just feeling heavy, calm, and more balanced and stable, you are grounded. Okay, and look how fast that was. That took us maybe 30 seconds, and we just grounded ourselves really quickly. So do that anytime you want to have that wonderful feeling. Okay? All right. So today we're going to talk about gratitude. And we covered gratitude already this year, but I think it's particularly important right now. At least for me, I've noticed that this time away from school and this time away from friends and extended family, and it's a big disruption in the way that we were living. I've noticed that I have a lot of feelings of sadness, anger, and frustration during this time. So I've thought maybe other people are too. And what has worked for me during this time is gratitude. Okay, so sometimes I'm feeling a really strong feeling of sadness or frustration or anger. And in those times, it's kind of hard to just jump right into thinking about something that I'm grateful for. So sometimes I have to give myself time to feel whatever I'm feeling. All right. So today, when we're practicing gratitude, we're going to do that. We're going to give ourselves time to feel what we're feeling, and then we're going to go into gratitude. Okay. So remember that gratitude means just being thankful, okay, for something in your life that makes you happy. And I think for me during this time, that's been a way that I've kind of moved myself away from the sadness and the frustration and anger into more positive feelings, okay? Just reminding myself of what I am thankful and happy about. All right, so to start off, we're going to think about 3 things that we're grateful for. And before we do that, though, I want to give you guys and myself time to feel whatever we might be feeling right now. So even if you're feeling anger, sadness, frustration, anything like that, we want to give ourselves time to feel that and just feel how that feels and move through that emotion before we start thinking about things that make us happy. All right, so let's do maybe 30 seconds. I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds of just quiet space where you can feel whatever you might be feeling right now and just give yourself that time. All right, so 30 seconds, quiet, just breathing, feeling. Okay, now if you are still feeling really strong feelings of sadness, anger, or frustration, you don't have to jump right into gratitude. You can hit pause on the video and allow yourself time to feel whatever you're feeling before you move on, okay? So go ahead and do that if you need to, and if you're ready to move on to gratitude, just keep watching. Okay. So now we're gonna do maybe a minute of quiet space where you are now going to move into the positive, happy feelings of gratitude, and you're gonna think about 3 things that you're grateful for. It can be things like toys or video games or movies or walks with your family or food or a bed or anything like that. Okay, so or people that you love, or enjoy spending time with, or even enjoy video chatting with right now. All right, so 3 different things that you're grateful for. It could be an activity, a person, a toy, a thing, whatever makes you happy. All right, so here we go. We're going to do just a minute of quiet, and you are going to come up with 3 things that you're grateful for. All right, so here we go. And while you're coming up with these 3 things, imagine them in your mind. So picture them in your mind, okay? So if it's an activity, go ahead and imagine that you are doing that activity. If it's a person, imagine you're with that person or chatting or video chatting or talking with that person. If it's a toy, imagine you're playing with it. Food, imagine you're eating it, things like that, okay? So really picture it, imagine it. So you notice that I'm just breathing and thinking and imagining. Okay, so I hope you came up with your 3 things. I wish that I could ask you to share what your 3 things are. Maybe you could write them to your teacher and then they could forward them to me. Also, notice right now how you're feeling. For me, I thought of my family, like my kids. I thought of the sun. It's a nice sunny day today. And I thought of walking my dog. Okay, so those are 3 things that I'm grateful for in this moment. And I pictured the warmth of the sun on my skin. I pictured my kids' laughter, and I pictured my dog happy running around sniffing things. And I feel really happy right now. So even though I was allowing myself to process those feelings of sadness and anger and frustration just like a minute ago, I am now feeling happy because I pictured those things that I'm really grateful for. Um, so that is how I have been coping with the situation. So I thought I would share that with you guys because we're all in this together. We're all going through this in different ways, but I'm sure we're sharing a lot of the same feelings. And we can all kind of move ourselves into a more positive direction, positive feeling with the use of gratitude anytime. All right. So I like to do it before going to bed, especially. So I do it with my kids right before they fall asleep. We think about 3 things they're grateful for. So try that, see how it goes, and remember to always allow yourself the time and space to feel anything that you might be feeling that is making it hard to think about something you're grateful for, right? If I'm feeling really angry, I don't want to think about happy things I'm grateful for. I want to feel that anger and then move forward into positive gratitude. All right, so that is always okay. And I hope this helped, and I hope you're doing well. And I'm going to ring the goodbye bell, and we will just breathe and carry with us that feeling of groundedness, and positivity through that gratitude that we just did. All right, so here we go. So find an anchor spot, sit up straight again, or if you're lying down or sitting up, whatever, just give yourself space to breathe and find the anchor spot and your anchor words, and just breathe and listen to the bell. All right, here we go. All right, thanks, and have a wonderful day.